Welcome to Tiny Home Reveal. This tiny house is hiding something in plain sight. Can you spot the secret room before we reveal it? Let's begin the reveal. From the outside, nothing. Just a regular tiny house. 220 square feet. Single door. A few windows. You'd walk right past it. But behind that bookcase is a room that doesn't officially exist. And that's just the start. Here's something the tiny house industry doesn't talk about nearly enough. The smartest tiny home designers in 2026 aren't just solving the square footage problem. They are hiding entire rooms inside it. Rooms you can walk through and never find. Rooms built into floors, walls, staircases, bathroom mirrors, kitchen cabinets, spaces that look like nothing and are everything. Today we're pulling back the curtain, literally, on every secret room technique being used in tiny houses right now. And I promise you, by the time we get to the last one, you're going to look at every wall in your home completely differently. Let's go. Quick, hit subscribe and tap that notification bell before we go any further. This channel covers smart, intentional living in a way nobody else does. And today's video is one you'll want to save and share. Stick with me all the way to the end, because the final secret space on this list is one almost nobody thinks of, and it might be the most useful one in a tiny house. Don't skip ahead. Let's dive in. Before we reveal each hidden space, let's talk about why secret rooms belong in tiny houses more than they belong in any other kind of home. In a large house, a hidden room is a novelty, a party trick, something you show off to guests. But in a tiny house, where every single square foot is load-bearing in terms of your quality of life, hidden spaces aren't a luxury. They're a design philosophy. Think about it. A 200 square foot home that appears to have only a kitchen, a living area, and a bedroom, but actually contains a concealed home office, an underfloor wine collection, a hidden bathroom vanity that connects to a storage room, and a secret reading nook built into the wall. That home isn't 200 square feet. Functionally, it lives like 350. The goal of hidden space design in tiny houses isn't mystery for the sake of mystery. It's about creating a home where the eye sees calm, clear, uncluttered space, while the reality is that extraordinary amounts of function are tucked away exactly where you need them. And in 2026, this is one of the fastest growing design trends in the tiny home world. Designers and builders are getting extraordinarily creative. So let's go through them, one hidden space at a time. Secret Space 1, the Bookcase Door, the classic that never gets old. We start with the most iconic secret room entrance in all of design history, the Bookcase Door. And I want to talk about why it works so brilliantly in a tiny house specifically. In a regular home, a bookcase door is theatrical. In a tiny house, it's solving two problems at once. Problem one, you need storage for books, objects, and decor. Problem two, you need a door to a hidden room. But a traditional swinging door eats into your precious floor space and signals to anyone walking in that something is behind it. A bookcase door looks just like a normal bookcase once installed. Decorating the secret bookcase door with novels, vases, and other decor completes the illusion. And in a tiny house, you genuinely need that bookcase anyway. The door is the storage. That's elegant design. What's behind it in a tiny house context? The options are extraordinary. A private home office, your work-from-home sanctuary that disappears the moment you close the door and you're off the clock. A meditation room. A compact guest sleeping space, a secure room for valuables and important documents. Behind the shelves, you can create a small study or a quiet retreat away from the hustle and bustle of the main living areas. And in a tiny house where the main living area is also the kitchen, also the dining room, also the entryway, that separation is priceless. The mechanics. Most bookcase doors use either a pivot hinge system or a sliding track. In tiny houses, the pivot is preferred because it requires no track cut into the floor. A gentle push on the right side, and the whole unit swings, open silently. Cost range in 2026 from around $895 for a quality ready-made bookcase door system, up to several thousand for a fully custom built-in that matches your cabinetry perfectly. For a tiny house, custom is almost always worth it, because the visual match to the surrounding wall is what sells the illusion. And the illusion? It's nearly perfect. Guests who've been in your tiny house dozens of times won't find it. That's not hyperbole. That's how good these systems are. Secret space 2. The trap door, the room beneath your feet. This one stops people cold every single time because it plays on something fundamental. We simply don't think of the floor as a door. The trap door. In a tiny house, this might be the single most underutilized secret space idea in the entire category. Here's why it's such a powerful move in a tiny house specifically. You're working with a very limited footprint above ground. But beneath that footprint, even beneath a tiny house on a foundation, there is often usable, accessible space that most designers simply ignore. A trap door hides an entrance in the floor and is often used for cellars, storage rooms, basements, or utility access. It is one of the most space-efficient hidden door ideas because it does not take up wall space. Read that last part again. It doesn't take up wall space. In a tiny house, where every inch of wall is doing 3 jobs, a door that lives in the floor instead of the wall is a design revelation. What goes down there? In tiny house applications, the most popular uses are a temperature-controlled wine or beverage storage area, a secure safe room for valuables, extra bulk storage for seasonal items, and long item storage. The kind of things that have no home in a tiny house otherwise. Ski equipment, fishing rods, surfboards, camping gear. In-floor tiny house storage systems can give you a great place to store tall items that wouldn't otherwise fit in a normal cabinet. Items like skis, fishing poles, snowboards, brooms, ironing boards, and other long objects are perfect stored in these out-of-the-way spaces because you don't need them all the time. The concealment. A rug is the oldest trick and still one of the best. A sofa positioned over the closed door. Or, the most dramatic version, flooring material matched so precisely that the trap door is genuinely invisible when closed. For the ultimate version, a large section of polished hardwood floor can lift silently on automated hinges, controlled by a remote or a hidden switch, revealing a beautifully lit staircase that leads down to a private, temperature-controlled wine cellar or tasting room. In a 220 square foot tiny house, that is a jaw-dropping feature that nobody would ever find. Secret Space 3. Under-Stair Hidden Room, the space everyone sees but nobody uses. Staircases in tiny houses are both a necessity and a problem. They eat floor space. They eat wall space. They demand a structural footprint that feels, in a tiny house, almost unjustifiable. Unless you make the staircase earn every inch. The Under-Stair hidden space is one of the most versatile and most satisfying secret spaces in tiny house design because it takes something that already has to be there, the staircase, and transforms it into a room. Let's talk about 2 layers of this. Layer 1, the stairs themselves. Both builders and designers create cubbies with doors or add drawers from the steps of the staircase. But it's not uncommon to use the nook underneath the stair for beds, washers and dryers, as well as kitchen appliances. Each step is essentially a drawer. In a standard tiny house staircase with 8 steps, that's potentially 8 drawers, the equivalent of a full dresser, hiding in plain sight. Layer 2, the space behind the staircase, the hollow area where the structure of the stairs lives. This is the secret room. The fully enclosed, door-concealed space that most people walk past every day without ever suspecting it exists. People often overlook the space under the stairs, but it can be a great place to add hidden room. You can use it for storage, as well as a quiet reading corner with sound control, or a fun play area for kids. You can hide the entrance using panels or smart paint designs. For tiny houses specifically, this space gets used for laundry equipment, a compact home office nook with fold-down desk, a bathroom extension with hidden shelving, a wine rack, even a pet area, with a small pet door cut into the panel, so your dog or cat has their own private retreat. One tiny house builder described the staircase as the biggest storage asset in the whole home, essentially a huge chest of drawers. The key is designing the house from the beginning with this intent. You can't retrofit this thinking easily, but if it's designed in from day one, it is stunning. Secret Space 4. The mirror door, the cleverest lie in interior design. This one is my personal favorite because it exploits something so deeply human it almost feels unfair. We don't question mirrors. We walk past them. We glance at them. We never try to open them. The mirror door is one of the most psychologically effective hidden room entrances ever designed, and it works in a tiny house on multiple levels. First, a full-length mirror is something a tiny house needs anyway. It makes the space feel larger. It bounces light. It's a functional necessity. So when your mirror is also your secret door, you've added a hidden room without adding a single visible element to your home. Keep your bedroom's en-suite bathroom or walk-in closet private, while adding functionality and depth to your space by using a large mirror as a secret door for your hidden room. In tiny house applications, the mirror door is most commonly used to conceal a bathroom connection. So the same mirror you use to check your reflection in the morning swings open to access a bathroom cabinet area, a medication storage system, or a hidden laundry zone. But the most dramatic version, a full-height mirror mounted in a hallway or bedroom wall that opens to reveal a dedicated home office. You work, you close the mirror, the office ceases to exist. Your tiny house is calm, beautiful, and minimal again, and nobody who walks it can find where you work. The mechanism is simpler than you might think. A pivot hinge system along one vertical edge, with a magnetic or touch latch catch on the opposite side. No visible handle, no visible hardware, just a mirror until it's not. For anyone working from home, and in 2026, that's most of us, this might be the single smartest hidden space idea in the tiny house toolkit. Secret space number 5, the false wall panel, the spy movie move that actually works. If the bookcase door is the classic, the false wall panel is the sophisticated cousin. And in 2026, it's one of the most requested hidden room features in custom tiny house builds. The principle, an accent wall, already a design feature you want in your tiny house for its visual warmth and texture, has one section that is secretly a door. It's indistinguishable from the rest of the wall. Same material, same finish, same depth, no handle, no seam visible to the naked eye. A false wall can conceal a bathroom, home office, secret meditation room, closet, or home gym. First, it's best to create an accent wall with ornate paneling, wood planks, stonework, or distinctive wallpaper. This makes it easier to conceal the portion of the wall that doubles as your secret door. In a tiny house, the false wall panel works best in one specific scenario. When you have a wall that faces a space on the other side that isn't immediately obvious from the floor plan. A bedroom wall that backs onto a utility area. A kitchen wall that backs onto a storage room. A living room wall that backs onto a deeper-than-it-looks closet. The push-catch mechanism, where you simply press on the right spot of the wall and it releases, is the most invisible option. No handle, no notch, just a section of wall that opens when you know where to press. White shiplap walls are a particularly popular execution in tiny houses right now, and a shiplap false panel door is almost architecturally invisible. The horizontal lines run continuously across the door and the surrounding wall, breaking the eye's ability to find the seam. What hides behind it in a tiny house? Most commonly, an expanded closet system, a secure safe room, a compact children's bedroom that appears nowhere in the floor plan, or an off-grid utility hub with solar batteries and electrical systems, all concealed behind a wall that looks completely structural. Secret Space 6, the hidden kitchen cabinet room, the door nobody ever suspects. This one takes people's breath away because it hides in the most ordinary place imaginable. The kitchen. We don't question kitchen cabinets. They're just cabinets. The idea that one of them could be a door to another room never crosses the mind, which is exactly why it works. To the unsuspecting guest, this is just another kitchen cabinet, but to the owners, it's the entrance to their pantry. And in tiny house design, that pantry can be so much more than just pantry shelving. In the most creative tiny house applications, the hidden kitchen cabinet door conceals a full walk-in pantry, which in a 200 square foot home is essentially a second room. Shelving from floor to ceiling, dry goods, small appliances that have no counter space to live on, a chest freezer, everything your tiny kitchen needs but cannot visually hold. Beyond the pantry, tiny house designers are using this technique to conceal utility rooms, the water heater, electrical panel, plumbing access, all hidden behind a cabinet front that looks like it stores pots and pans. And the most surprising use, a hidden laundry room, a stacked washer-dryer unit behind a cabinet door at the end of the kitchen run. In most tiny houses, laundry is one of the hardest spatial problems to solve. Hiding it behind a cabinet door solves it with zero visual impact on the kitchen aesthetic. The best executions match the cabinet door exactly to the surrounding cabinetry. Same hardware pulls, same finish, same height and width spacing. It's invisible, completely, entirely invisible, until you know which cabinet to open. Secret Space 7. The Murphy bed that hides a room, the one that doubles your usable space. The Murphy bed is one of the oldest space-saving ideas in tiny living. But in 2026, designers have taken it somewhere completely new. They're not just hiding the bed, they're hiding a room around the bed. Here's the concept. A Murphy bed folds into a wall unit. When it's up, the room feels like a living room. Open, light, functional. When it's down, it's a bedroom. Murphy beds in 2026 come in vertical or horizontal configurations, in sizes from twin to king, with a range of mechanism quality and material options. But the advanced version for tiny houses takes this further. The Murphy bed wall unit, which is already a significant piece of built-in furniture, becomes the facade for an entire wall system. Behind and around the bed, a concealed wardrobe, concealed shelving for a home office, concealed display niches. All hidden when the bed is up, all accessible when needed. One tiny home designer described a build where the Murphy bed wall contained, on one side, a fold-out desk that deployed when the bed was up, turning the bedroom wall into a home office wall automatically. Close the desk, pull down the bed, the room transforms. A Murphy bed is ideal if you have a guest bedroom, but need it to double as a home office the majority of the time. In a tiny house, you don't have a guest bedroom and a home office. You have a room, and the Murphy bed wall lets that room be both, alternating between them without any visible compromise. The secret room version, a door integrated into the side panel of the Murphy bed unit that opens to a small utility room, a concealed closet, or in one extraordinary tiny house build, a music studio. 4 feet wide, 7 feet tall, fully soundproofed behind the Murphy bed wall, invisible to anyone who didn't know to look. Secret Space 8, the hidden room nobody ever thinks of, the one I promised you. The ceiling. I promise you the one nobody thinks of. Here it is, the ceiling. Most tiny house owners accept their ceiling as a ceiling, a surface, the top of the room. They think about floor space. They think about wall space. They almost never think about what's above the ceiling. In a tiny house with a standard pitched roof, there's a structural space between the top of the living area ceiling and the roof itself. In traditional construction, this space is used for insulation, and that's it. In brilliant tiny house design, it becomes a room. Making room in your ceiling between the rafters is a great way to use space that is often untapped. You can build a custom drawer in the ceiling for your items, most commonly seen in a low-ceiling kitchen for spices. But the expanded version goes much further. A retractable loft ladder, completely flush with the ceiling when closed, invisible unless you know it's there, drops down on demand to access a lofted hidden space above the living area. Many loft ladders can be retracted into the ceiling or folded against the wall. Create a secret room in your attic or lofted area by hiding away this ladder when not in use. Lofts and attic spaces are a great option for hidden reading nooks, playrooms, studies, or other cozy areas. In a tiny house with a 4.5 meter ceiling, like the Kookaburra 2.0 we covered in our last video, the volume of space above a standard ceiling line is significant. A 6 foot wide, 4 foot tall space running the full length of the home, that's potentially 60 to 80 square feet of accessible hidden area. For what? A dedicated sleeping loft for a guest that disappears when they're not there. A private reading room. A meditation space. A secure storage area for valuables, documents, and equipment. Or, in one of the most creative tiny house builds documented in 2026, a full children's bedroom, built into the roof space, accessed by a hidden ladder, completely invisible from every angle of the living area below. Your guests sit in your living room. They look around. They see a 220 square foot home. They have absolutely no idea there's a bedroom above their heads. That is tiny house design at its peak. So, we started here. 220 square feet, one door, a few windows, nothing to see, except a bookcase that opens to a hidden office, a trapdoor under the rug leading to a wine cellar, stair drawers holding an entire wardrobe, a mirror that IS the bathroom, a wall panel hiding a children's bedroom, a kitchen cabinet that leads to a full pantry, a Murphy bed concealing a music studio, and a ceiling that opens to a room above your living room that literally nobody can find. The tiny house of 2026 isn't small, it's just strategic. Drop a comment below and tell me, which secret room would you build first? I want to know, and I'm going to compile the most popular answers into a follow-up video on how to actually build each one of these spaces with costs and timelines. And if this video got a brain going, check out the video right here on the 7 tiny house designs that completely changed the industry in 2026. It pairs perfectly with everything we just covered. Subscribe if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next one.